let me not forget. I think I ain't even break down a point when it mentioned before we get into yesterday's text when it mentioned about the youth. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, it was saying like, you know, he been studying since a youth. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Jesus, right? You understand there's two parts of Jesus. You got the spiritual part and then his physical, the fleshly. So you know he was already an angel before he came here, formed into the human fleshly, would later be Jesus. When he came here as a human, he obviously must was pinging or had developed where it was like he might have remembered almost, if you will, like his spiritual realm him. Because when he came to the earth, as we know, he was sticking to the truth. You know what I'm saying? He was going to the temples, right? Isn't the scripture like right mentioning that, right? When they told me when he was 8 years old, if I recollect the exact age, 8 years old, going to the temple. And I remember I even conversed at the New Hyde Park congregation where they even mentioned like when the family was looking for him, his father Joseph and the mother Mary, like, where's Jesus? They're looking all over for him. You know what I'm saying? And where was he? If we remember, where was he? Didn't he mention something to the magnitude or point where he said, where else would I would be almost like he was right here at the temple. I was in the temple where his father wanted him to be. Like, I was at the temple. That went over their heads. They missed the point. They missed it. Hung right over their head. His father, he must was tapped in with the spiritual hand because he been studying the truth but from a youth, right? So it's the same. So it was letting you know, like, you know what I mean? It's saying today's text, once again, for today being Saturday being today, which is March 8th, 2025, which you can find on 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 12, which is your servant has been a God-fearing, or your servant has feared God ever since of you. Your servant has feared God ever since of you. So that means they already had that equipped on them. They was already doing that since youth, just as the African brother was talking about today. I think he was young. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing that since a youth. Once you already got that in you as a youth, then you can more. You see what I'm saying? It's best to get. Even they tell you when you get a pet, when is the best time to get a pet to train them as a youth, right? So they can grow up with you and all that. You don't want to get no full grown dog. You could and still train them, but it's like it still might be a little. You know what I'm saying? Because